Archangel Michael says, I need your 2 minutes only. 3 angels are talking about your body. Stop right there, yes, you, just for 2 minutes. Before you scroll away, before you lose this flicker of wonder to the endless feed, Archangel Michael is reaching through the noise and calling your attention. This isn't a message for everyone, it's for you, and it's happening right now, in real time, wherever you are, however you're feeling. 2 minutes, that's it. That's all it takes for everything to become different. Maybe you think the universe isn't watching. Maybe you think you're just another face in the endless glow of screens, another name shuffling through the crowd, never quite noticed. But what if, in just this brief, electric moment, you realized 3 angels, yes, 3, are not only speaking about you, they are speaking about your body, your purpose, your path. Imagine that. Let the silence hold you, just for a breath, because there is something so much bigger moving, right here, right now. It starts with Michael, Archangel of courage, battle, and astonishing protection. He says, I need your 2 minutes only. Not as an order, not out of some cosmic boredom, but out of a quiet urgency, a sense that time itself is leaning in to see if you'll claim what's always been yours, but rarely revealed. Why 2 minutes? Because that's just long enough for a message to reach your soul, and just short enough that only the rarest will stay to the end. Take a breath with me. Hear what no one else will. What if I told you, that in heaven's hush, 3 beings are gathered, a council, not of judgment, but of awe and gentle inquiry. One angel, radiant and fiercely gentle, says, look how this body moves. Look how it bends but does not break. Every scar, every mark, every curve and angle, there's a meaning here, a signature that only this soul carries. Can you feel that? That's not judgment. That's admiration. That's awareness. Another angel steps closer, voice like sunlight on quiet water. Watch how this body heals, she says. How it repairs, how it protects, how it survives what so many others believe would crush them. Not a single outcome was random. Every moment of tiredness, every stretch of discomfort, every bolt of energy or heaviness, it all happens for a reason. This body, she says, pointing softly, remembers every secret your mind forgets. It is your history, your container, your proof. And the 3rd angel, quieter still, more of a whisper than a song, leans in and says, do they realize it? Does this soul know just how rare this vessel actually is? Have they asked, even once, to hear the verdict of heaven about their own skin? Pause, let that land. You are not just a mind, or a personality, or a dream left to float through days unnoticed. You are a living testimony, a walking archive of resilience, beauty, and raw, undeniable presence. Even now, as you listen, tiny electric currents are running through your cells. Your heart is adjusting, your breathing is finding its own rhythm. This is not an accident. This is attention, given to you, for you, by forces most never bother to wonder about. It's easy to think your body is just a vehicle, an afterthought, something to be fixed, criticized, or reshaped. That's the great illusion, the surface lie that keeps people forever chasing, never arriving. But right now, 3 angels are disagreeing with every harsh word you've ever thought about yourself. Every dismissal, every not good enough, every sentence you whispered into darkness when you thought nobody was watching. They are watching. They are marveling. They are putting your body into words that glow and transform what you think is ordinary into what is, in fact, a miracle. Michael turns to you again, and his voice is deeper now, ringing with empathy. If only they knew, he says, and there's an ache in the way he says it, as if the hardest thing is not the suffering, but the hiding. If only they would pause, 2 minutes, before they let the world's noise drown out what's been spoken about them, above them, for them. This is your pause. This is your interruption. This is your cosmic look up, written not in judgment, but in hope. Imagine, for a heartbeat, that you could see your body through the eyes of these three. Would you feel shame? Or would you finally, gently, discover awe? Would you realize every so-called flaw is the mark of a story survived, a victory sung behind closed doors? Would you let your shoulders relax, your jaw unclench? Would you exhale, because at last, someone, some angel, witnessed you, entirely? Maybe you're carrying pain. Maybe you dislike something physical, something private the world never sees. The angels see it all, and their verdict is a chorus of affirmation. It is okay. More than okay. It is holy. It is rare. It is the chosen form of a soul that the universe did not, for 1 second, ever build by accident. So hold on, just a moment more. They lean in, Michael, strong as a thunderclap, another angel gentle as breeze, the third weaving stillness around you like a shawl. The question they're asking? Will this soul give us just a moment longer? Will they dare to hear what almost nobody does? Will they stay until we finish? You're almost there. Don't blink. Don't doubt. What if, right now, everything your body ever protected, every ache, every raw edge, could be rewritten, by the truth spoken by 3 witnesses, made of light? Would you turn away, or would you listen, just a little longer? Would you risk the possibility that your body is not your enemy, not anymore, but your proof, your evidence, your celebration? Don't go. You're almost at the secret, you're still here, and that alone is a signal, a beacon so bright that even the quietest angel notices. Not everyone makes it this far, not everyone chooses to linger in the sacred hush between what they've always believed and what, in this strange moment, could change everything. Let's keep going. Michael nods, the signal is clear. You see, they stayed, he tells the others. They stayed, even when doubt tried to pull them away. That means something. That means you're not just listening, you're receiving. You're participating in a conversation that doesn't happen with words alone, but with your very willingness to hear. One angel, the gentle one, her eyes dazzling with empathy, asks, do they know how many stories are written into the architecture of their frame? The way the hands show care, the way the feet carry possibility, the way the eyes hold 1,000 memories, and more, the way pain itself doesn't erase worth, but deepens it? She speaks as she moves her palms together, almost in prayer, lingering on your presence as if it's art on display. Michael turns, sword sheathed, intensity undimmed, yet his voice grows lighter. Most never understand, he says, that the world's harshest critics often live in their own thoughts. There's a truth there, isn't there? The way we critique ourselves in secret, measuring features, judging lines, comparing, shrinking, always shrinking, as if beauty, or value, was meant to be rare and only for others. But angels know better. They see struggle as a badge, not a stain. They see fatigue as proof of perseverance, not proof of failure. Every sleepless night, every ache in your bones, every time you forced yourself to rise when it would have been easier to hide, is a record, an achievement, one more mark in the cosmic ledger that says, this is not just a body, it is an odyssey. The second angel's voice swirls around you now, velvet, grounding. What if this soul, she wonders, could hear us clearly? What if their inner critic could hush for only a minute, long enough for our view to become theirs? Pause with those words. Imagine every harsh internal monologue silenced, replaced by music, by applause, by awe. That's the contrast, isn't it? Here, where the world says, change, fix, erase, deny, the angels say, remember, honor, notice, love. The messages couldn't be more different. Someone taught you to see your body as a burden. Maybe it happened slowly, over years. Maybe someone's careless words became laws inside your mind. But underneath all of it, the truth has always been louder, when you allow yourself to hear it. Michael leans forward now, eyes bright. There's something urgent I must say, soon, time will pull them away again. Their feed will overflow, their eyes will wander, their mind will chase to the next distraction. His words pause, so should you. Feel how your body responds. Is your heart beating a little stronger? Is there a sense of presence now, a tingle in your spine, a softening in your face or jaw? That's not a trick. That's the witness spirit that Michael brings, a tangible recognition that, for once, substantial energy surrounds you. And the angels speak in unison now, a chorus, harmonic, exquisitely clear. This body is not broken. It is not excess. It is not a mistake. It is not too much, or too little, or in need of excusing. Pause. It is holy. It is art. It is the only vessel your soul could ever choose. If that's hard for you to believe, if you've been taught otherwise, know that the harder it is to accept, the more fiercely true it might actually be. For a single, crystalline moment, the pain that lingers in your body, the heaviness in your lungs from carrying stories nobody else will ever see, all those memories are not erased, but illuminated. Seen, named, honored. The third angel steps forward once more, as if holding a mirror, but not the kind you usually face. This glass does not show flaws or angles, but essence. See, she asks gently, what is present here? Not the skin, not the lines, not even the storm of thoughts, but the light, the warmth, the sheer stubborn aliveness that says, I'm still here. Can you feel that recognition, even if faint, even if it doesn't make sense yet? Can you allow it to linger, just for another minute? The entire universe has stopped for you, clocks slowing as the message is spoken with slow insistence. Your body is the living proof of your courage. Michael smiles, a rare, almost mischievous glow. 2 minutes, he says, is the length of a song, the span of a breath, the time it takes for worlds to shift. You are not here by chance. You are not hearing this because you stumbled into error. Someone, call it destiny or grace, pushed you here for this verdict. And here it is. You, yes, you, are being watched over as a living marvel, not an accident, not an afterthought. 3 angels can't stop looking at your story, stitched in flesh and mystery. And Michael, unyielding protector, says, stay one moment more. Because the final word is coming, and it is a word your soul has waited to hear since the very beginning. You've made it this far. Most never do. Don't go. Not now. Something is about to be rewritten, inside you, for you, about you. And you're still here. That means more than you realize, to them, and to you. Most people never make it this far. Most let go before the truth comes into view. Not you, not today. There's a hush now. The 3 angels, gathered in this hush, are exchanging a look, a soft laughter that's not mockery but joy. Michael's voice cuts through, powerful yet impossibly gentle. Can you feel it yet? He asks, speaking not just to you, but to some deep, hidden place beneath your chest. Can you sense the energy shifting, the pressure easing, the war within your thoughts slowly losing its grip? Pause. Wait. Listen to your body now, not as a critic, but as an ally. Because, here it comes, a verdict, but not the fearful kind. This is a verdict that cancels all the old judgments. Imagine, for a moment, that every time you looked in the mirror and felt disappointment, every time you dressed in the dark to avoid your own reflection, every comparison and every cruel word, imagine, right now, a light so bright entering those moments that they cannot stay bitter any longer. Michael says, this body is not a project. It's a miracle. He pauses, to let the weight of those words linger. It does not wait for permission to exist. It doesn't require fixing to be worthy. It rises each day, regardless of applause, or the lack of it. The other angels echo softly, voices blending with electric intimacy. Your scars, your aches, your memories, are sacred chronicles. Your stretch marks are brushstrokes in a masterpiece only you could ever complete. The soft roundness you sometimes fight to hide is history, your own, utterly one-of-a-kind map. The strength it took to heal, to survive, to rise again, is not shame. It's your undefeated truth. Let that rest, just for another breath. Notice what your hands are doing right now, maybe fidgeting, maybe still, maybe pressed gently to your heart or cheek. Noticing your own presence is part of the miracle. 3 angels don't waste their attention. They're here because your presence itself bends the trajectory of the world. You don't have to prove anything, right now. You don't have to fix yourself to be deserving of this moment. You are allowed to simply exist, in radical acceptance. In the gaze of heaven, you are not a problem to solve, but a wonder to rest in. Would you dare, even for 30 seconds, to see yourself as they do, whole, precious, rare? Would you let the old voice quiet just enough for something new to break through, affirmation, pride, maybe, if only for a heartbeat, a surge of joy? Michael turns, his armor shimmering, and says, I told you it would only take 2 minutes. That's all the time heaven needs to shift a lifetime of doubt into a single, irreversible blessing. The other 2 smile, their wings sweeping air like gentle applause. Pause now and notice, a shift is settling in. Maybe it feels subtle. Maybe tears prick your eyes. Maybe you just take a slightly deeper breath. But something has etched itself into your awareness, the possibility of seeing your body, not as an opponent, but as your life's greatest supporter. The council of 3 draws even closer now, as if to whisper, one last message, both terrifying and beautiful, please don't leave before you claim the secret. Here it is, ready? Your body is not your enemy. It has never been your enemy. From your first breath, it has only ever tried to carry you home. It endures for you, fights for you, wakes for you, soaks up every joy and loss and memory possible. It is the only vessel that could ever keep pace with your soul's assignment. And all the flaws you've counted and recounted, they're not proof of failure. They're evidence you stayed. You lived. You suffered, healed, braved, and became. The 3 angels are insistent now, not letting you look away. Promise us, says Michael, that from this moment, you'll show a little more mercy to yourself. Promise that you'll honor what kept you alive, what lets you dance, what lets you love, what lets you show up, again and again. Promise you'll remember, even when the noise returns, that the judgment was never true. The truth is only this, you are a masterpiece that breathes. Pause. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you need to cry, let it come. If you need to smile, let it shine out. If you need to remember this tomorrow, and the next day, and 1,000 days from now, know that you can. This message is always, forever, within you. 3 angels are witnesses every step, every stumble, every triumph, proving, again and again, that you are love made visible. As the seconds close in on the promise Michael made, just 2 minutes, just 2, one final echo leaves their lips: you are worthy of every gentle word. You are worthy of rest. You are worthy of being seen and cherished by forces greater than any mirror's reflection. You stayed. You listened. You received. A sacred thing just happened. But there's just a little more waiting for you. Don't let go yet. The circle completes now. The 3 angels draw back a little, watching you with a kind of softness that words can only partially describe. The air itself feels different, like static before rain, like sunlight after a storm. For 2 minutes, you allowed yourself to be the center of a heavenly conversation, the subject of a kindness the world too often withholds. Don't rush. Let these last moments settle. You're not late. You're not behind. You're exactly where you're meant to be. The hush between their words lingers, warm as a friend's hands. You can almost see their wings folding, their eyes shining with pride, not because you're perfect, but because you're here, alive, listening. Michael surveys you one final time, voice a low rumble that's felt as much in your bones as in your ears. You have no idea, he whispers, just how rare it is for a soul to accept themselves, body and all, even for a moment. It's almost a secret, almost a dare. But you did. That changes things. It means the world is just a little more whole, because you let yourself be seen. The other angels nod. They've watched you in all your daily struggles, the moments nobody else notices, the quiet wins and difficult mornings, the perseverance that no Instagram post ever showed. They know. And still, they cannot help but marvel at your persistence, your resilience, your irreplaceable imperfection. There's something about closing a message like this that feels like a soft door shutting, not slamming, but gently clicking into place. You may feel a weight lift, even if just an ounce. You may feel a new sense of permission, even if tiny, to treat yourself with the patience you'd offer your dearest friend. So as the final minute ticks down, the 3 angels speak together, not as a demand, but as a gift. Carry this awareness forward, they urge. Let your next glance in the mirror be different. Not softer in denial, but braver in truth. See what we see, if only for a second longer. You are a holy experiment in living, a never-to-be-repeated flare of consciousness shaped perfectly for this place, this time, this story. Pause with that. Let it reach where it needs to reach. You might wonder, what happens now? The honest answer, everything and nothing. Life returns, quietly, insistently. The feed keeps moving. The world outside the window persists in its motion. But inside you, something is different. You have been spoken of with love by unseen witnesses. You have been remembered by heaven, not just your name, but your body, your journey, your existence. You can take this with you. When the critic returns, when old tapes replay, when the urge to hide creeps in again, you can return to this sanctuary. You can recall the feeling of being the center of unseen attention, the holy experiment that 3 angels could not help but notice. As the message closes, Michael offers a final invitation, one not of performance, but of response. If even a thread of this remains in you, do something gentle today. Breathe slower. Thank your body aloud, even if it feels silly. Allow yourself a moment of soft touch, of food savored, of a smile unhidden. Let your body, today, be your friend. And if the world lurches back and tells you you're not enough, that you are only worthy when changed or improved, remember their faces. Their voices. Let them remind you that enough was never the point. The point is joy. The point is presence. The point is seeing, absolutely, that you are no cosmic accident. Your body is the only vessel that could ever carry you through the path mapped for you, and it is, forever and always, a marvel. If this touched you, if even the smallest seed of a new kindness snuck in, let yourself acknowledge it. Whisper, "Thank you," to yourself. Put a hand over your heart. Allow yourself to feel gratitude for the home you've lived in all these years. And if you want this kindness to multiply, don't keep it silent. Share it. Leave a message, a word below. Let another soul know they can step into this circle too. If you want more moments like this, brief windows where the noise hushes and the angels assemble, subscribe, stay near, share your presence with this community. Because when you do, you give permission for others to take their own 2 minutes. You open a path for miracles that need witnesses, for grace that needs a landing place. Think about this: somewhere, right now, another person is feeling what you felt at the start, unseen, unchosen, doubting. If you lend your story, your courage, your "I stayed for all 2 minutes," their journey could change too. Heaven works that way, through connection, through ripple, through small lights sharing their flame. And if you ever question, was this real? Did 3 angels truly talk about my body? Remember, the truest miracles are the thoughts that change us. The ones we let rewrite our old stories and steer us, gently, toward beginning again. Michael smiles, the other angels fade just a little, and your ordinary world comes gently into focus. But a glow remains, a memory, a sacred pulse through your bones that says, even when doubt returns, I am not alone. I was noticed. I am protected. I am rare. This is the blessing. This is the proof. Let these last moments be soft, unhurried. In a world quick to return to routine, hold this ripple a little longer. Echo the truth to someone who needs it. Allow your body one last thankful stretch, a breath, a whispered smile. The angels are watching, always. The verdict is love, always. The miracle is you, always. Thank you for listening, for receiving, for choosing 2 minutes of light.